Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com, and welcome back to the next video in our pit bike series on our 2006 Kawasaki KLX110. Now today we're going to be focused on the front suspension. We're going to upgrade the springs, the dampener rods, and while we're in there we're going to go ahead and replace the seals and the dust covers. Now as you can see, we've already been very busy on this machine. We've upgraded the clutch, we've rebuilt the top end, and we've got a new set of rims and tires as well as heavy duty spokes on it. So if you're ready, let's dive into the next chapter on this saga. Alright guys, the parts I decided to go with for this build are the match set of BBR springs as well as their dampener rods. Now we also want to go ahead and replace the seals. So for that we went with the factory OEM Kawasaki for the seals and the dust covers. Now I have decided to change the weight of oil. Now, Kawasaki, they recommend that you put an 8 weight into it. Since this is going to be for a heavier rider, we're going to move it up a little bit to a 10 weight. Well, that's all the parts we're going to need, so let's get that front tire out of the way and get this project done. Next, let's go and remove this clamp and this holder. You don't have to take that all the way out, just loosen it up some. And then we'll be able to loosen up the pinch bolts and drop the fork out. Now you notice this bike already had some pit bike equipment on it. We're going to upgrade it a little bit. Nothing wrong with the Pro Taper, I just want something a little bit more robust and adjustable. Next was supposed to remove a cap, but looks like it already did that for us. All right guys, we're going to back up a little bit here. We're going to use the machine to help us out a little bit. We're going to reinstall just right to this point, because what we have to do is push this little plug in, remove the circlip, and then remove the cap. And to do that, it will be kind of difficult to hold all that at the same time. So we're going to let the machine hold it for us. Now, we're going to go in. There, I should hold it. Now, we can reach in there and get that circlip. There we go. Yeah, try to hold all that together on a bench. I don't think so. Now, what we are going to have to do, let's go ahead and loosen that up and drop it down because the spring is going to continue to push up on it. So, see if we can do this without making a big old mess. Yeah. Now let's head over to the bench, get that spring pulled out, and get some of the fluid out. If there's any in there. Gee, I wonder if the seals, ooh, nice. Yeah, I don't think these have been opened up yet. Alright, that's all the fluid it's going to let out for right now. I can tell you that there wasn't enough in there. So let's head over to our vise, hold it still, and see if we can get that Allen removed on the end. Alright guys, there is a holder that you should be able to put in here. It looks like a spike that just holds that intersection still while you remove this Allen on the end. We're going to see if we can get lucky and remove it without having to have that tool. And if it decides to spin, then we're going to come up with a way to hold it still. Should break loose. I believe that it did. Alright, so there's our bolt. Still have our gasket. Let's see if the cylinder will go ahead and slide out now. There we go. There she is. All right, now we can go ahead and separate our inner from our outer tube. There we go. Damper spring. Now, let's go ahead and take care of our seal and the dust cover. Now, we're going to remove that little snap ring and then get our seal out. Now you saw me use this tool earlier for something it was never intended for. This is actually what it's designed for, is to pull a seal, if you were curious, like that. Now I'm just spending a little bit of time cleaning up some of these surfaces. All right, guys, we've got our rings switched over to our new dampen rod. So now let's just get our spring in place. Go ahead and feed it into our inner tube. Next, we want our cylinder base, and we want the tapered edge facing up. So now we're going to use gravity a little bit and bring this in. Now we want to get that centered. Now let's bring it down. Make sure we're still good to go. That should be it. And our bolt, we want to put a little bit of Loctite on, and then we're going to torque it to 15 foot-pounds. See if we can get it to bottom out. Let's put a little bit of pressure on it. All right, she's bottomed. Now with the BBR damper rods, you actually have a 14 millimeter Allen to actually hold it still, unlike the Kawasaki, where you have to have that special tool that goes in there and holds this still. But we're going to try it just like it sits. We're going to take this to 15 foot-pounds. Yeah. I don't know. That's got to be close. 14.3. Come on. Yeah, she's trying to rotate. So let's bring a 14 millimeter Allen down. Hold it that last little bit to get that last little half a pound we were missing. All it took. All right, next let's get on our seal. You want that beveled edge facing out. And this is a fairly small tube, a 30 millimeter. And we're going to use a seal driver. I think this is a Honda part number. This is the one I used for the Grom build we did a couple of years ago. Pop her into place. That's it. Now we can get in our retaining clip. Make sure it's seated all the way around. All right, now our dust seal. All right, let's get some fluid in there. All right, we're going to start off by putting in 165 milliliters. Let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, and then we'll come back and extract off what we don't need. I mean, this isn't exact here. We just want to make sure we have enough. And like I said, we'll pull off the excess. All right, let's give it a couple of pumps. See if we can get some of that air out. And then we're going to let it sit for about 10-15 minutes, somewhere in there. All right, guys, we're going to set this to 85 millimeters. That's plus or minus 2, so just keep that in mind. Now we're going to draw off whatever excess we have in there. Shouldn't be much. Yep. Well, actually, I did have a lot in there. There we go. Like I said, it's not important that your starting amount be dead on. You just want it to be more then what level we're going to set it at. All right, let's head over and get that spring in the cap installed. All right, be careful here. We do not want any dirt to get in here. All right, let's go ahead and bring our spring in. Bring her up about right there. I think that's where we had it before. I think we're still good on our O-ring. We can bring in that tool. All right, let's see if we can bring her in. You can definitely tell these springs are a little bit stronger than the ones we took out. Okay, we've got the groove now. There we go. Just getting it set in that groove. And that was a very satisfying click that you just heard. So I think we can release it now. Reinstall our cap. And we are pretty much done with the rebuild. Get these cinched back down. All right, guys, one side down, one to go. Other side, the exact same procedure. So let's knock that out. Well, all right, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. And yes, I know I didn't torque that front axle nut because I'm going to be taking it apart anyway. But it's 32 foot-pounds if you're finishing up your machine. Well, like I said, we've got a lot left to do on this machine, and if you'd like to see that unfold, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when we drop the next video on this series. Well, if you have any questions or comments about this particular one, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And hey, we just want to say thank you for shopping here with us at Partzilla, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day.